a conspiracy theorist, everything that is going to start coming out is going to make you shit your pants. If you are a conspiracy theorist, you are going to be enraged that people are starting to, oh my god, this is really what's happening. I hope you're ready, because shit is about to start hitting the fan. I hope you're ready for the truth to come out. I hope you're ready to hear about things that you never thought could have even existed. I know it's dark, I know it's twisted and it's heavy, but this is literally what we're here for. Do you realize that, this can't go on? There's a lot of stuff coming out about children's TV shows. Yo, that's the tip of it. That's nothing. But it's better for the truth to come out and for people who had no clue to now be made aware of the severity of it. And no, we didn't make this shit up. Conspiracy theorists wish they made this shit up. If you're not...
Somebody is so angry and mad that you've walked away from them. But you know what's funny is it's like they're blaming you that they're angry and mad, that you're not talking to them, because it's causing this person this rage and this frustration energy, right? So it's like they're blaming you that they're feeling the way that they're feeling. And then there's like this energy of this person being like, you're being so cold and detached and withdrawn because you're not talking to me. They're getting a taste of their own medicine. This person is getting a taste of their own medicine. They're understanding everything that they put you through, because it's like they're going through this energy of the silent treatment, and it's like they realize they're not in control of this situation right now, because they're realizing that the truth is the truth. It's like they want you to
Hey you!
If you don't like paranormal ghost stories, scroll past. Stemming back from probably the age of 3, from what my memory can remember, is I had this spirit in my bedroom at my mum's house, and I referred to it as Charlie, like Charlie the ghost. My parents are the most agnostic people and do not believe in anything, and only to this day, a few weeks ago, when I've explained to them what's been happening in the house I'm currently in, where things have gone sky high, they finally come out and said, yeah, we admit we've heard the things that you spoke about. I remember seeing my wardrobes open, figures walk around my bed, things pulling on my legs when I was asleep, TVs turning on, and hearing a lot of footsteps up the stairs, which is what my parents can clarify they've also heard. From 20 years old, I moved into a flat in Surrey by myself. I started seeing a lot more movement, in a sense of my kettle would turn on in the middle of the night, my oven would set timers on its own, doors would shut, I could see marks drawn on the mirrors when you've had a shower, like steam marks. I moved back to my parents' house through COVID for 6 months. Behind the door of my flat there was like a telephone table, and it was like a single drawer, just a lamp on it, and when I came back it had done a full 180 and was facing a complete different direction. I spoke to my landlord and my neighbours, everyone clarified no one has been in your flat. And then I thought, I'm going to put a Ring doorbell inside my flat. Nothing to do with the ghost, more to see if anybody was coming inside the flat. If you're aware with the Ring doorbells, you have 2 settings on there, which is movement detected and person detected. As I went back to my parents for a few more weeks, I had a notification there was a person detected in your flat. So I can't really explain this one, but lights. So basically, this is the door to my bedroom. That's my lamp turning on. So they're just minor things that I've caught on camera that I can show, because obviously I've not really caught things on camera. I don't set them up to purposely catch him out. I was never scared of him, and that was the thing I didn't really understand, is I've always been scared of the dark. I sleep with a lamp on, etc, etc. I was never scared of this Guss, is what I called him, whilst I lived in my flat. I had been to see 3 different clairvoyants, and every single one of them had said to me, there's a young boy attached to you in spirit. Are you aware of anyone in the family who's passed, etc, etc? And I questioned my entire family. No one of a young boy had passed in my family. So I found it weird, these 3 people picking up on stuff. However, 2 years later, I went to see one of the same clairvoyants that I found was quite interesting. I wanted to look further into this spirit. I didn't even have to ask the question. She looked at me dead in the eye and said, have I seen you before? And I said, yes, 2 years ago. She said, I think I told you had a spirit attached to you. And I said, yeah, that's correct. She said, it's not a spirit, it's a ghost. She asked me where I came from, and I said, Essex. She was like, no, it's not Essex. So I said, okay, well, I was born in my hometown. And she was like, yeah. I was like, okay. She said, have you done any research on your area of your house? And I said, no. She was like, I can see the justice system, like a police station. And proceeded to question my mum and say, what is like surrounding our house. So I mentioned the police station, and she further explained, yes, if you leave our estate, the new block of flats that you can see were a big old police station. So everything this woman had said has added up. When she was telling me about the ghost attached to me, I'm not able to look into it. They're telling me not to look at it. I don't want to look at it. So I was like, should I be worried? Should I be scared? Don't be scared. However, I need to tell you to tell it to leave. You need to tell it to go away. When you go home, to which is where it's present now, in this current house that I'm in now, you need to tell this ghost, Guss, to go away. I went home 3 days later to where Ethan was here, and I got in bed. In my head, I just said, please, Guss, can you leave us alone now? And from that night, everything went wrong. I'm going to do a part 2 on this. If you don't like paranormal...
In this video, she speaks about 7 steps to manifest a car. Make sure you watch it to the end and let me know what you think in the comments below.
So you want to manifest a car really fucking fast. I mean, like, yesterday fast. You came to the right place. Let's go. And if you've never seen my wonderful face, I'm Pebbles. I'm everyone's favorite manifestation coach here on TikTok because I get results in minutes, hours, and 24 hours. If you need receipts, go to the top of my page or go look at my videos. There's receipts there. This is the part 2. Part 1 was about manifesting a house or an apartment really fucking fast. So if you need that, go look at that page. But for this video, we're going to focus on manifesting a car. So if you need to manifest a car, drop a car emoji in the comment section so you can come back to it and respond and let everybody know how fast you got your car after watching this video. Disclaimer, this is going to be about 7 steps. So if you don't have time to watch this video, save it for later and come back. Step number 1, the obvious one. Find the car that you want, okay? I manifested the car that I'm sitting in right now. No car payment, didn't pay for the car, don't pay insurance on it, and I rarely put gas in it. When I said for free, I meant for free. I didn't know what kind of car I wanted. Also, all I said was I want a car that is completely for free forever. I want leg room for my ginormous child. He needs a TV in the back to keep him company, and I wanted a sunroof. That's it. And this is the car that came up. So don't beat yourself up if you don't know what kind of car you want. Just tell the universe what you want on the inside, and that works too. I don't care if you can afford the car. That's none of your business, okay? Tell the universe that you want that car, and thank you so much for aligning everything ever so perfectly to bring it to me today. If you don't know me, I don't manifest far out, okay? Every time I manifest, it's today at the end of it. Every time I'm visualizing, I have on the outfit that I'm wearing when I'm visualizing. That lets the universe know that I'm ready for it today and not tomorrow, years from now, months from now. Everything is today, right now. Bring it to me now. I suggest you do that too. This is going to be the most important step of this video, so make sure that you are fucking paying attention because I will not be responsible for you if you don't listen. Never, ever, ever, ever speak the forbidden affirmation when manifesting a car. And that is just flat out saying, I am open and ready to receive a new car. You're just openly manifesting a new car. What's going to happen? You're going to crash that bitch. Okay? And the universe will be like, here's your insurance check. That's just the perfect amount for the dream car that you wanted. Now you're broken. And both of your legs don't get to experience the new car. With harm to none, I am open and ready to receive a new car. That's what you need to be saying. Next is visualization. When visualizing a new car, you need to visualize yourself seeing the steering wheel. So if you are going to set your car as your screensaver on anything, make sure that it is the steering wheel and not the outside of the car because you will be spending less time on the outside of the car and more time in the driver's seat, okay? Visualize yourself driving to your favorite spots. Visualize yourself calling your best friend or your mom, whoever it is, telling them that you just got the keys. Where's the first place you're going to go? Like, how do you feel? Really, 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 really go into detail about this visualization. Next is going to be affirmations. Duh. You know, when manifesting, you need to have affirmations in there. But you need to make sure that you feel worthy enough to have a nice car, your dream car, whatever it is. I am worthy of driving my dream car. I deserve my dream car. Everything is aligning so that I can have my dream car. I am so happy and thankful that my dream car is now in my possession. Things like that. Whatever feels comfortable for you, because manifesting is not cookie cutter, whatever feels comfortable for you is what you need to say. Side gem, when I was manifesting a different car, I used to say things like, every time I walk up to my piece of shit, I'd be like, hey, this is so bittersweet. This is one of the last moments I'll be walking.
If you've never experienced a glitch in the Matrix, this is probably not the video for you. So just continue scrolling because you're going to think that I'm crazy. If you have experienced it, I want to know if anyone has experienced anything similar to this, especially from a young age. So I've had multiple glitches throughout my life, especially now that I've gotten older, I can understand what's happening. But this is, I want to talk about the very first one. The very first one that I can remember that I was like, am I crazy or are all of you crazy? So this is around 4th or 5th grade, elementary school. My grandma would pick me up from school 2 to 3 times a week. We were very close. My grandma lived like rock throwing distance from my house. So I would literally travel up the creek through the woods to my grandmother's house that I would go. I would spend all my time with my grandma. So after school, she would pick me up and we would go to Wendy's. That was our thing. We loved Wendy's. My grandma has very prominent blue eyes, like crystal clear. It's a very prominent feature about my grandma that she has very blue, piercing crystal blue eyes. So this one day, she picks me up. We go to Wendy's. We're sitting in the glass area. If you know Wendy's back then you know what I'm talking about. We're sitting there eating our fries, and I look up at my grandma, and my grandma has brown eyes. They're brown. And so naturally, I was like, Grandma, your eyes are brown. And she was like, yeah, Lauren, I have brown eyes. I was like, Grandma, no, you don't. You have very blue.
Watch this instant magic for £2.99. Now, I know
is the spiritual war. This is going to be a complete breakdown of how demons work, how they attack and oppress you, and how to stop them. Before we get started, understand that I already made a 10-minute video yesterday that I tried to upload over 20 times. My TikTok app kept crashing, and then it said I didn't have any storage on my phone. I deleted 6 or 7 gigabytes of storage, and TikTok automatically took that and threw whatever kind of data, God knows what, on my phone. So I literally couldn't even open the draft. The spiritual war is real, and the demons are infested in the internet. Keep in mind, this never happens unless I talk about the spiritual war and how to fight demons. So let's get started. This is how demons work. They usually start when you're a small child, especially if you have great potential and a good heart. They will enter your dreams and create night terrors. This is meant to break your spirit and break your bioelectric field open by messing with your mind and your heart. Many people who are spiritually gifted probably recall endless nightmares, seeing a weird creature at the end of your bed, and eventually being really kind of messed up in the head and developing anxiety, OCD, and many autistic symptoms. This was actually a spiritual attack. The reason they focused on you is because you had a very bright light and a good heart, and you had the potential to go to war with them once you became an adult and gained the wisdom on how to fight the spiritual war. This is what happened next. You started to get a strange voice in your head. It wasn't like you were hearing in your ears, but it was like this subtle voice trying to get you to do bad things, trying to get you to think intrusive and compulsive thoughts, things that scared you, things that made you feel uncomfortable or guilty. They lead you toward crime, violence, drug abuse, distrust, and paranoia. This is all, again, made to break your spirit. When your mind and your heart feels bad, your bioelectric field weakens. Your bioelectric field is like your immunity, okay? It's like your white blood cells, but for your spirit. It creates an actual bubble of protection. That's why people are constantly saying, use the violet flame, use the golden egg. This is because subconsciously they're connecting with the wisdom of your auric or bioelectric field. So you imagine that egg shape or that flame, because the bioelectric field is electromagnetic energy that is much like a flame, just not one that's in the visible light spectrum. This is the same as Ephesians 6, the armor of God. You're putting on a spiritual protection on the side of your body. When you imagine, those thoughts go out as frequencies, and they actually affect space-time all around you at the quantum level. This actually creates energetic barriers and walls from those energetic parasites and predators. So what will happen if they can't get to you? If you're able to continually reinforce your bioelectric field, control the thoughts in your mind, and overcome your fear so that they can't mess with your emotions or your mind. Well, then they'll use other people that are weaker to attack you. This makes it more difficult because you're not dealing with whatever this unseen thing is. You're dealing in the material real world. And so you're going to automatically assume that these people are physically doing this of their own decisions, which is really going to whack out your brain because you're a human animal which wants human connection. And so if a bunch of your human connections at work, family, loved ones, etc., are all terrible, they all kind of flip the script on you and look like they're losing their mind and incessantly attack you and try to make you feel bad, you start to question humanity in general and lose faith in humanity, which again brings down your bioelectric field. They're trying to break it down so they can come and attack you. They have two objectives: to either possess you, and if you deny the possession, means you don't do what they tell you to do, you don't engage in evil, they oppress you, which means they're constantly trying to attack your bioelectric field. They will enter in at the base of the skull, near the brain stem and where the spine meets the skull, and they will go through your body and create these electrical static signals. This is just the start because when I did the 10-minute video, it wouldn't upload, so I'm going to at least try to make it smaller and see if that helps, because every time I try to...
Hi guys, I thought I'd do a little update video from the first one. So July 23rd is going to be a shutdown day. Shut down the UK, July 23rd. So far it's had about 68,000 likes, and one of the things was mentioned is why July? Well, I'll tell you why, because there's 67 million of us in the 4 countries over the UK. Now 67,000 views is amazing, but there's 67 million of us. It takes time to build, to get everybody to know about it. We need big creators on board. Hopefully, you know, it'll go bigger than that. The other thing was people saying, you know, I care for somebody. You guys that work in care homes, that care for somebody, support people, nurses, you all do an absolute invaluable job and an amazing job. And you, that day, you just do what you need to do. It's simple as that. And you get a big thank you from me, and I'm sure millions of others, for doing that job. And just have packed lunch that day. Don't buy fuel, you know, try and switch your electric off for a few hours if you can. Just do what you can, okay? That's all any of us can do, is do what we can. The other thing was from the naysayers. What's the point? It won't make any difference. These big corporations can, you know, buffer it and all this. Yeah, they can. Yeah, a lot of them can. But when you're talking about Costa and Starbucks, McDonald's, Tesco, Shell, BP, all of them being empty and making no sales in one day, it is huge. It's millions of pounds for them, because they have thousands of shops, okay? And what it does is show the big corporations and the government that we are 67 million. We can do what we need to do to make them do what they need to do. What have we been thinking about? Why are we letting ourselves get charged through the roof? Everybody working hard, and you still no money in your account at the end of the month. It's just, like I said in the first video a million times, I was triggered that day. Enough is enough, you know, we're all cut to the bone. We're bleeding now, we're bleeding, you know, so enough is enough. Shut down the UK on July 23rd. Do what you can. If you can't do it all, that's absolutely fine. Just do what you can. Get your own little videos made, and if anybody knows how to do the little ring round the profile pictures, that'd be amazing. If you can give me a shout, we can do a hashtag, you know, shut down UK or July 23rd or enough is enough. Anything like that will be helpful, okay? So hope everybody's well and enjoying what sun, if you have had the sun, and take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.
Somebody explained this. Go to October in the year 1582. Just wait. Did they just skip 11 days or was it a glitch in the matrix? Somebody explained this.
All right, y'all ready? Check us out. This is with the Ray-Ban smart glasses. Nikon P1000. Pretty cloudy out here. Let's see what we can get. Yep.
The following footage is wild and it's truly blown me away. So this was captured by a man who goes by the handle name of Selflection. He was on a live when he walks up to a tree to show his audience the tiny tree people. And that's exactly what he captures. Mind you, he's on live. And it looks like it's tiny humanoid beings in the tree. Could live videos be manipulated? Is this CGI or is this real? And if it's real, what are these creatures? They definitely look humanoid. Is it a leprechaun, fairy, something else from folklore? Take a look at this footage and tell me what you think.
This the spot. Nah, come back out. Look, why they be peeking like that? Peeking. Alright, so look, let me know. I'm gonna let this stay. Just let me know if y'all think I should try to be friends with them. Maybe I'll come bring them some food or something.
It's better to have a friend with two chins than two faces.
Maybe I'm crazy a little bit.
And what's your number, please? 9362. And who are you, please? I'm PCSO Amelia Leverage. Excellent. How are you? I'm fabulous, thank you. What would you? Well, you're trespassing. So if you want to do it from the other side of my gate, well, I don't want to shout. Well, that's fine. You can shout. Well, so hang on a minute. You can shout. I'm giving you permission, but I don't give you permission to be on my property. So you must step across the other side, please. Okay, I'll be really. No, please. I've asked you very clearly. There's a sign on my gate. It's been made very clear that any police that come here must make an appointment via my lawyer. So please step the other side. And you're okay with me to shout? Absolutely. That's please do. Are you going to hear us, okay? Well, I'll tell you if I can't. Can you hear me from here? If you could close the gates, please, to where it was. Fabulous, thank you. Can't hear you. Sorry? Can't hear you. Right, and that's a police offence, is it now? No, we were just trying to talk to you. Well, talk to my lawyer, please. Contact my lawyer. I've made at the Independent Office for Police Conduct. Now, I'm only shouting so you can hear me. I'm not shouting at you, obviously. I'm just providing information. So the Independent Office of Police Conduct have already received 5 complaints. I haven't even made a complaint about your last visit. So that's the 6. I have multiple visits. I was actually just reading in the Secret Communications Network that you were planning another visit. So, and I can expect an ambulance with the old mental health thing. But just to be clear, I'm of sane mind. And you've been sent for corrupt reasons. So the workers here, it's not listed of having any work done today. I get an alert every day. So they shouldn't be here. They've been here nearly every day for 5 years. And what's your number, please? 9362. And who are you?
I know I'm gonna sound mad, but there's something not right about this sun. When I was a kid, I remember the sun being very yellow, and now the sun appears almost LED white. I'm Spanish. I can sit in the sun for a long time. I love the heat. But now, no chance. I don't know when this started, but the sun is literally giving me rashes. Rashes. I just had to have a 2-hour nap because my head was banging and I started getting stomach cramps. I was in the sun for no more than an hour. I know you're not meant to, but I used to actually be able to stare at the sun without it hurting my eyes. Now, I can't even glimpse at it. I don't know. Something just don't feel right.
Some children.
There are only 3 types of people in your life.
As the economics editor,
So my mother was showing me that she opened a banana that she thinks that these are not real bananas. We got it from the supermarket, but when she opens it and she breaks it in half, it gets very tough and doesn't really break. And when it pulls, it's like it's glue. It's very tight and doughy. I've never ever seen a banana.
So I bought a watermelon from what's it called? Sam's. And I cut it and I was cutting it and this is what I found inside. I don't even know if this is even a watermelon or something else. I mean, is this like something they created in my lab? What the heck is this? It's an alien thing. This was my watermelon from Sam's. So I'm taking it back to my mom.
Fake ass fruit. They trying to kill us, man. We gotta stop this, man. We gotta start growing our own fruit. This shit from Sam's Club, man. Shit. You see this shit, bro?
So, I was on Instagram, I believe, and there was this man who was talking about Walmart selling fake watermelons. I had already purchased mine, but I hadn't cut it, so I was curious to find out this morning. And I have to agree, there's something that is disgusting.
Absolutely not.
What is this?
Looks like a pickle.
Have you heard of mirror gazing? I haven't either until today when I was just scrolling Facebook and this lady was talking about it. I had to try it. First, I want to put a disclaimer out there to only try this if you're in a good state of mind, okay? So first, I'm going to tell you what it's supposed to do. So it's supposed to allow you to see other people that you may have been in the past life, if you believe in that kind of thing. It'll show you faces. I'm just gonna tell you what to do. So you want to get a room and you want to dim the lights. You also have to find a mirror. Okay, that's important. You got to sit down in front of the mirror. Basically, you just look at your own eyes. Relax your face. Just look at your own eyes, and just see what happens. So with my experience on this, because I just did it. I was sitting there. It only took about 30 seconds. I was just sitting there checking out myself, my eyes, and all of a sudden my face started changing. It was almost like it was morphing, okay? Just continued looking in my eyes. I could see my face changing, and it turned into a dog. Like, it looked like a dog, and then it was like an old man with like long hair. But it was just freaky. I stopped then because I was like, what the hell's going on? So if you have tried this, heard about this, I want you in the comments to tell me your experience on mirror gazing. And let's just see what happens. See if anybody else has done this or heard about it. Check it out. Just do it.